Hello everybody and welcome to Lesson 8. So today we're going to talk about popping the question. Now in Lesson 6, we talked about my good buddy James who went and got turned down by 53 ladies when he asked them to marry him without even knowing them or even building any sort of relationship with them. And in Lesson 6, we talked about how he went out and he changed his game a little bit and he basically started dating them as opposed to just popping the question. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about popping that question and how to turn your prospects into happily married reps or customers using powerful love letters. Now, every sale has 5 basic obstacles: no need, no money, no hurry, no desire, and no trust. Zig Ziglar. And I don't really mean a real love letter, okay? Let me explain. All businesses require that a sale of a product in order to stay in business. But before your prospective customer will buy, they need a reason to buy. You need to convey to your prospect the benefits, not features, I'll get to this in a little later, of your particular product and how it may serve their needs. The process of doing this is called the sales process, or in a network marketer's case, the recruiting process. Now, part of the reason you're reading this email is because you are looking for a way to remove yourself from the sales recruiting process and automate as much of it as possible. Good move. I'm totally with you. I hate selling people. I'm good at it. I've been doing it for over 14 years in the wireless retail industry along with call center sales, but I hate being put in this position of having to close people towards making that sale. It's not me, and I'm only guessing that you hate it as much as I do, and if you love it, then hey, you've already got up a leg on me, so kudos to you. But what I found, and I want you to listen to this very carefully, what I found is that when you are a trusted advisor or an expert, making sales is simply based on recommendation and suggestion due to trust, relatability, and authority. Let's look at an example would be Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has built a billion-dollar business on TV. All she has to do is go out on one of her shows and say, hey, I bought this book the other day, and I read it, and you should too. And people just go and buy that book every single day that she mentions it. So think of that as an example of what I'm talking about here. But you don't have to sell anything at all whenever you become a trusted advisor. I'm not looking for a sales career, and I want the magic slot machine to run on its own. But like in a romantic relationship, there comes a point when two people need to make a decision about getting serious. And this doesn't happen by default. Aside from a common law marriage, two people don't fall in love and decide to spend the rest of their lives together without one person popping the question. Well, you at some point need to pop the question to your prospect and make them your customer and distributor. But the great part about the attraction marketing is that you don't need to get down on one knee or even be there in person. You're going to let your emails build up the romance, then lock them in with a well-written sales page or video sales presentation or a love letter. What is an online sales page? Well, a sales page is a website that makes an offer to your prospective customer. It is what sells them on the benefits of what you have to offer. In the olden days, the equivalent to this was the direct mail envelope with sales letters which arrived in your mail. That made you an offer on everything from refinancing your home to the latest new miracle workout machine, etc. Although direct mail marketing is still widely effectively used, online sales letter or sales videos are definitely the way for you to go. A sales page is basically doing the job that a traditional salesperson would do with a prospective customer without the pressure, and this is what I like. If you know anything about sales, you know that a master salesperson runs the prospect through a series of methodical psychological phases to get the prospect to buy the product. Well, a sales page or video sales letter does the exact same thing, except your prospects are selling themselves instead of you selling them. The more they read, the more they will be convinced that they have to buy. And if they don't buy, well, just be happy that you didn't have to sit in front of that prospect and try to sell them and waste your time and your energy. They qualify or disqualify themselves as they read your sales page, watch your video sales letter or video sales presentation. How to write a hypnotic page. Now, a sales page should be doing a few fundamental things to engage your prospective customer and keep them glued to the computer screen just long enough for them to make the decision to buy. Emotional triggers. People don't buy for logical reasons, they buy for emotional reasons. We talked about this, I do believe, and it was in Lesson 3. When writing your headline and the introductory paragraph of your sales page, you need to speak to the heart and pain of your reader. There is a specific reason why a person would be reading your sales page or watching your sales video. They are looking for solutions to a problem they are having or seeking pleasure. You must address this front and center to let them know that this product is for them. And there is no shortage of problems in the world. If there were no problems in the world, we would all be unemployed. Therefore, your product should be billed as a solution to a problem or answer to a desire. If you introduce your product too early, you are going to turn them off because they weren't looking for a product, they were looking for a solution. Now, if your product provides this solution, then we can talk about the exchange of currency. The ultimate close. You can say that a marriage proposal is the ultimate close because of the emotion that is involved, especially in public, right? Imagine this. A romantic dinner sets the mood. The roses make her smile and feel loved. The music reminds her of how much she loves your companionship. You dressed up in your best suit reminds her of how desirable and attractive you are. And if you invited both of your friends and family to witness this, the pressure of having them there adds a bit to the fear and anxiety of saying no. You suddenly getting down on one knee with everyone watching catches her off guard and disorients her. She can't think logically anymore and starts crying, screaming, etc. You're in. Congratulations. Back up with logic. Not to show you that we are not just trying to con people by manipulating their emotions, we also want to add logical reasoning to our sales process. You definitely don't want buyer's remorse to come back and haunt the credibility of your business, and usually in a traditional sales process, this part is addressed with a question and A session between the customer and the salesperson. But since we are online, we need to bring it up and explain how our product or service will provide the benefits we are claiming it will provide. For health and wellness products, it could be a basic explanation of the science involved and possibly even the credible experts who have endorsed the product. For a business opportunity, one could run through the numbers and the compensation to be expected for a certain level of effort. This is probably the easiest part, since our tendency is to write about features anyway. In case of a marriage proposal, before or after, you should have ideally demonstrated to your partner why being with you is the most beneficial to him or her. You have a good job, live in the suburbs, anatomically functional for having kids, etc. Now, this is features versus benefits, and this is where it gets really tricky, and this is where a lot of people fail when they're writing and when they're talking to people. A mistake many networkers make is talking too much about the features of what they are offering. Our vitamins are organic. Our company is debt-free. The doctor operating on me was educated at Harvard Med School. Blah, 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 blah. I have one answer to these statements. Who cares? Remember that people only listen to one radio station. You might have heard this before. If not, and if you're new to it, listen to this very carefully. WIIFM. What's in it for me? In other words, people are not impressed by the features of what you are offering. What they are really interested in is what it will do for them. So instead of the statements above, state benefits sounds more like this. Our organic vitamins will not only nourish your body, benefit, but will also protect you from free radicals, benefit, which over time are known to contribute to the development of cancer, benefit. Okay? Or our company is debt-free, benefit, so you can rest assured, benefit, that our partnership will be a long one and extremely profitable for you, benefit. Do you notice the difference? Knowing this will help you write emotional or logical text in the appropriate sections of your offer. Regardless of what you say your product or service can do and how it does it, many people are still not likely to believe you. And the answer to this, social proof and testimonials. Simply asking your current customers for a brief testimonial on what your product or opportunity did for them will go a long way. Even more effective is adding a picture of your customer. Their full name and city of residence will certainly give you the credibility you need. Allow your customers to be genuine and honest, and under no circumstances falsify testimonials. People today can smell a con from a mile away. And this goes in line with my next point. Let your personality come through. On a very subconscious level, how you write and not necessarily what you write will communicate the last missing piece a prospective customer will need to feel good about his or her purchase. Let's be honest, there are people who buy from people solely based on the fact that they like them. Who you are has a lot to do with your success because there is only one of you in the universe. Don't be bashful. Like any good proposal, you need to give clear direction as to the next step. Make this process as simple as possible and spell it out for them. Tell your prospect what they need to do next in order to get the solution to their problem. Give them a call to action. Examples. Do they need a call or an 800 number within the next 30 minutes? Do they need to click on the order button below to supplies run out? Do they need a credit card, or can they pay with PayPal? Explain everything in detail. Don't assume they know anything. And what now? Well, the art of writing sales copy, persuasive writing, or video marketing is not something you will master overnight. But you can certainly learn enough to be functional and start generating sales in a very short period of time if you apply what you've learned today. So you may be wondering, man, where did you learn all this information? Because you rock. Well, my marketing secret's revealed, right? For detailed and comprehensive instructions on how to develop an effective sales process, the marketing strategy I have used to be successful will walk you step by step through the creation of your online lead getting and recruiting machine. My marketing strategy is meant to be simple and complete blueprint for your entire online marketing and recruiting system. The alternative is to get separate courses on each of the topics covered in my training and probably spend thousands of dollars putting it all together. And if you want to save yourself the time, the money, and the effort to join the thousands of network marketers who are building their businesses online instead of bugging friends and family and stalking strangers and chasing down deadbeat prospects and buying dead-end lists, I would like to invite you to meet my good friend Fernie Savalos, who has walked me step by step into creating a successful online business. Just click the link below to get full access to the same marketing strategy I have used to build my business step by step and succeeding online. The next move is yours. Stay tuned for the next training because the fortune is really in the follow-up, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Click the link below right now, and I'll see you soon.